This is a follow-up to my last video, but I'm sure you're all aware of the terrorism going on in the United States right now, and with everything that's going on, I thought I'd discuss about it again because it hasn't gotten better, and the more news we get, the worse it is getting. As it was discovered, left-wing governors in these cities ordered the police, which I mentioned this in my last video, ordered the police to not intervene with the riots. That's how corrupt the liberal governors are. They think that this will persuade the vote. This is nothing. They're ruining the country right now. There is no excuse. Now the media somehow found a way to blame Trump for this again. For those of you who don't know, a group of protesters was starting to turn the rioters. They were chucking water bottles at police and climbing on top of urban buildings shouting, and the police took it into their own hands to disperse them before they actually turned very, very violent, which is fully justified after looking at what other people have done. Now, you know what they did? They didn't do what a lot of other police have had to do to deal with these guys. They didn't use tear gas, they didn't use rubber bullets, they didn't shoot these guys. They chucked smoke grenades to disperse them and then ran at them. They pushed them out of the way, might have arrested a few, that's it. That's literally it. Now, the left-wing media and the media just in general has tried to portray this as the police attacked innocent protesters, which, as I just explained to you, they were nowhere near innocent. And the police have come forward with a statement about them no longer being innocent. People thought Trump ordered the attack on these quote-unquote harmless protesters, which is just untrue. Trump came out to do his own thing, and whether the protesters were removed or not, that wouldn't have stopped that at all. Now, the media has also blamed Trump for just taking a photo op, like it's nothing. I'd rather see my president sitting in front of a church that was burned and representing that tyranny will no longer reign. If you're more offended by the fact that our president took a picture in front of the burned down church than the fact that the church was burned down in the first place, you don't deserve to be a citizen of America. That's a fact, okay? You are doing it wrong. Now, the media, again, try to portray Trump as just a photo op, which, as I just told you, it's just not just a photo op. It's much more at this point than that. The media tried to portray the president as a coward when he went to his bunker, which, let me ask you, what else is the man supposed to do? Hundreds of lunatics are outside killing people and robbing places. They're gonna protect the president. The CIA, the army, the police are gonna protect the president. He's gonna go to the bunker, and anyone who gets close to him is going to get shot. That's how that works. There is gonna be no other result. So I don't know why people are trying to portray him as a coward in that light. It's just simply not true. He's having to fix the mistakes that our governors and mayors have been making, and he deserves full credit for fixing their mistakes, which is the left media, of course, doesn't want that. And I can't believe that Obama has actually encouraged the riots. He may have not intended to, but with what he said, he has encouraged the riots, saying stuff along the lines of America has never listened until it was a riot. That's wrong. We've listened. Votes always have changed things and counted. You were in office. You should know this. In fact, the message you were preaching is for them to vote for leftists, like, okay, Democratic leaders. These cities that are in flames have had Democratic leaders for the past 50 years. 50 years with Democratic leaders. So what's your message then? What are you wanting then? Nothing. Like, there's no point in doing this. I don't know why he said that. That might have not been what he was going for, but that's definitely what it's been taken as. And I think that's wrong. A lot of things are being taken the wrong way. You will see tons of acts of racism in the streets. I've looked on the news. I've watched a white man get beat to death by 3 black dudes for defending his store. They caved his skull in with a rock. That man died. Okay. Police officers have been shot while trying to defend innocent store owners from these vicious looting terrorists. They have been shot and injured, and some have died. People are dying because of these idiots, and we need to stand up against this. Thankfully, Trump doesn't care anymore whether or not our stupid liberal governors in these states are going to do anything about it. Again, that's not what he's saying. Every liberal is stupid, but these governors definitely are, and they take the minority vote over lives. He doesn't care if they accept the National Guard or not. If they let this happen anymore, Trump is going to put it into his own hands to save the people. He's going to put it into his own hands to go save all these people using the National Guard, which is the fully right thing to do. The left has tried to use this as an opportunity to paint him as a dictator. He's anything but a dictator. A dictator doesn't care for his people, they care about their power. Trump is doing this for his people, not his power. Okay? He's having to correct governors' failures. What else is he supposed to do? You can't paint him in the failure forever. News outlets like CNN, for example, just love painting anything the right wing does as evil. In fact, they started out by saying, before this whole thing began, that the right wing didn't care about the death of George Floyd, which is just not true. It's just propaganda. There's not one person that thinks that the death of George Floyd was justified. There isn't one person who thinks it was a good thing. We all agree that it was bad. So why does the left defend the looters and the protesters and the rioters and the terrorists? I, for one, am in support of the protests. People need to see. I am not in support of the rioters and the terrorists burning down my country and killing innocent people. That's wrong, and the media needs to stop protecting them. It is just plain and simple as can be. There is no justification for this. Okay, we've had rioters be interviewed. They didn't care about George Floyd. They didn't care about the death of George Floyd. They said, sure, yeah, that was part of it, but we're here for the money. They don't care about George Floyd. They are there for the money. They are only there to grab a quick Nike shoe. They're only there to steal a TV. They're only there to grab the latest iPhone. They're only there to steal tech. They're only there to steal games. They're only there to take money. This is millions and millions and millions of dollars in damage that we're talking about. This is going to haunt us for generations, and the left still defends it, and this is still going on right now as I speak. Justice for George Floyd has been served. These rioters don't care about George Floyd. They care about money. So the media needs to stop protecting them under race. It's wrong. What they're doing is wrong. And nothing that the left or any media source can spew out to protect them is right. I don't know why it is so hard for people to understand something so simple. You will look, if you look, you will see, if you just look at the riots, okay? I want someone to tell me right now that those people care for George Floyd. Because as it's been proven, George Floyd's family has come out and said he was a good Christian man and helped his community. He would have never wanted this. The brother of George Floyd has come out and asked people to stop. They keep going. Do you want to know why? Because they don't care about George Floyd. They care about how quickly they can grab the latest TV at Target without getting caught. They have taken notice that the left-wing mayors and governors don't care. They've taken notice that they have ordered the police not to do anything. They have noticed this and are taking full advantage of it. And it is wrong. If you want to see better coverage of this, I would recommend watching someone like Ben Shapiro, who goes into full detail about this. But this is just evil, what people are doing. I'm gonna upload another video probably right after this one, but until then, this is TF2Fan1 Exact Shots logging off. Peace out.